so Mum and I love to...
Is this a CD player?
No, actually no.
This looked better on paper and better still with a line right through it.
Here's Scribble Victory back for 2021. We've survived the pandemic, we've come through it, and today we're not doing anything to do with music. We're going to go and look at some Spitfire planes at Biggin Hill, just south of that there, London.
Oh, yeah. Should be there at about what? I know, 20 to 12 now.
So we set off at around about 8:30. It was meant to be 8 o'clock, but I was that excited I had to go to the toilet. So we're just on the M1, we've just passed Northampton, so we should be there in about an hour and 53 minutes. We're going to be sitting in a Spitfire, having a hangar tour, and just basically just nerding out. It's going to be me nerding out, to be honest. This was a Christmas present that Tom bought me about 2 years ago, but I had to cancel it last year because of the pandemic. So I'm really excited that I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have to make sure that all my pockets are emptied of keys and wallets and phone and all that sort of stuff, because we don't want that damaging the Spitfire.
Now replaced by new estates and transport links and general realty. A meeting at the school or told of a plot of
Typical M25.
That the villagers had foreseen trouble, now the houses on the
Scratchy, scratchy. Yeah, no worries, mate. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Got that on camera, that's going on YouTube. You're gonna be YouTube famous, mate.
Oh, look at that! Whoa, 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 whoa! Yes! Okay.
We're in, Tom.
Whoa! Whew. Oh, that over there. It's not flying very far.
I mean, they need to build the bodies now, don't they? And then just give them a can of Red Bull. You know, because Red Bull gives you wings.
Look
at that.
That's a view. Look at this, we're here.
So it's taken us 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah. It should have taken us about 3, but it's taken us 4. So actually, to be honest, I mean, it's only really been the this last bit that's been a bit of a pain, isn't it? 'Cause it's on tiny roads. Apart from that, it's been
And the M25, that was a killer.
Oh yeah, standard M25 behaviour though, isn't it?
That's why we set off at 8 o'clock. Our tour begins at 2 o'clock, I think.
It's 12:30 now, so I think we've done all right actually. And it's a nice day, so we can have a wander around, can't we?
Yeah.
Have a look.
I wonder if they have facilities like a toilet.
I hope so.
Hello, you alright?
Yes, you're okay.
Yeah, not bad at all.
We're a bit early. We're booked because we've come from Derby, so we wanted to make good time with the traffic.
yeah.
We've got, I think, a tour booked at 2 o'clock. But I was just wondering, is there any chance we can use the toilet at all?
Of course, of
Is
course.
that okay?
Yeah, let me show you where it is.
Oh,
Thank
fantastic, thank you. This machine dates back to 1945.
I have to say, they're really
looking after us, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think they feel sorry for us being from Derby.
Well, I'd like to see an alternative. I'd like to see what you.
So it's just coming up to about 10 to the tour starting in about 10 minutes. Are you excited?
Excited, yeah.
Been very, very looked after. Can't grumble at that.
So, well done for finding us, by the way. It's not that easy, is it? My name's Austin, I'm taking you on the tour. Now, the tour normally lasts about an hour and a bit. It all depends on obviously how many questions you ask and how interested you are, I suppose. So, you know what this is, don't you? You know it's the Merlin.
Yeah.
27 litre V12. If you'd have turned up in a 27 litre V12 car, I would have run out to the car park and had a look at the engine straight away. Obviously, we just had that lovely Bentley blower, didn't we, as well? So, V12, it's given that name purely down to the cylinder arrangement. You can see them there. banks of 6 in the V position, so hence why it's got a V12. She's powerful. She delivers 1,600 horsepower. But my God, she's not green. She drinks a gallon of fuel per minute.
Crikey.
So when people say to me, God, your Spitfire flights are expensive, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Enjoy running more. I think what we'll do, let's park it here, let's go around the front, let's go and see the aircraft, because they should be due back in any minute. Here she comes. So 150 grand on the engine. Right now, you've either got to find an aircraft to put it in or build one. All aluminium construction. You can see these here. These are the top and bottom spar. Bottom spar, 4 holes in it. Top spar, 3. Rivets, hundreds of them. Don't ask me exactly how many. You're more than welcome to count them at the end of the tour. But as you can see, they are very small and they're fiddly. And when the rivet gun's going, it's noisy, really noisy. And this particular wing you're looking at is the rarest of rare. It is a Mark 1 Spitfire, the most desirable of all of them. And if you are involved in one Mark 1 restoration in your life, you'll consider yourself honoured. This is our second one. Plus, we've just completed work for P7, the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight Spitfire. So, to have that is just incredible. So, if you compare the all-metal Spitfire compared to the Hurricane, so she entered into service before the Spitfire, 1936, and in the Battle of Britain, she was the premier fighter, not the Spitfire. She virtually outnumbered the Spitfire, nearly 2 to 1. 2/3 of all enemy kills in the Battle of Britain fell to the guns of the Hurricane. Why is it this aircraft is always the Cinderella? Stays there. There's the rivet gun. And what is brilliant about them aircraft is they can be repaired quicker. And yet they never get the glory. They're rare as well. There's only 15 of them in the world flying now. 15. We've got 3 of the 15 here. Wow. If you've been here a couple of weeks ago, it's 4.
What happened?
Well, no, it's gone back. It's gone back. It's gone back. No, it's been shot now. I should have pointed that out. I didn't think about that. D-Day markings, just like 627 wears. In a way, she has probably a little bit more right to wear them than 627, because on the 6th of June 1944, this aircraft, single-seat Mark 9 fighter, in the hands of the 3 French pilots, 340 Squadron, was one of the very first aircraft over the beaches on that day. So she is our D-Day veteran. We looked at the Spit, we looked at the Hurricane. I suppose we better have a chat about these lot, the Bosch, Jerry, the Vultures. And what you're looking at is the real one. It is not the Spanish Bouchon. Don't you dare swear in my hangar. You are looking at a 1939 Messerschmitt Bf 109M4, and it's a Battle of Britain veteran, the only one in the world that flies. And this one was piloted by Hans-Jacques in Marseille in Battle of Britain. If you know who Marseille is, you know he went on to be a damn good pilot. When he was in the Battle of Britain, he had to do a forced landing in this aircraft at Calais, just outside the port of Calais, and then they sent him to North Africa, and that's where he got the name the Star of Africa, and there's a reason for it. I hate admitting this. Robert Stanford Tuck, number 6 in Fighter Command, nearly 30 confirmed kills. When Hans was killed, 158 enemy aircraft shot down. All Western Allied aircraft. Now, a lot of the German planes were built up on massive tallies against the Russians in Barbarossa. Shooting fish in the barrel at the start. All of his kills were against aircraft that could hold their own against him. In one day, he shot down 11 aircraft in one day. 2 P-40s, we've just seen one next door, and the rest are Spit. I mean, it's just frightening. So that's Guy Martin's 2-seat trainer. That's the one you saw. There's Pegs. She's lovely. I just wish I could get in it. I'm too bloody fat though.
And we took it for granted. So lucky, now it's been taken away.
If you can't come out, oh, hang on, there you go. No, she's not really on that one.
With a line right through it. And I do you were toying with some farmer's land that used to be a pit.
Keep your feet at all times on that black paint. Never ever walk over that black line, you'll damage the wing. And then I'd like you to put your right foot onto the seat. Now the reason I ask you to do that, you can put it there, but you could slip. I'd rather you put it on the seat. And then, using your right arm, slide in, okay? When you're in the cockpit, put your feet on the rudder bar. You'll see them, they're like stirrups. Left hand goes on the throttle, never push that forward though. Then the right hand here goes to the control column. Cannon, machine gun, both. They're not live, they won't allow us. Damn them. Put your feet always on the black section, that's it. Right foot onto the seat. That's it, stretch across. That's it, perfect. Now, it's not the standard way you get in, because you wouldn't do that, but it is the safest way I can think of at the moment. And I've got to be honest, guys, I don't think we're going to be doing this much longer. Sad thing is, we've had a couple of near misses with the aircraft's worth £3 million. Shame, I'm going to love to.
Is this a CD player?
No, actually, no. If we were using the Mark 16 next door, we have a gun sight there. That is our comms, you know, you've spotted it quite right, it is our modern comms. And I'm going to tell you now, it doesn't matter how you think it's good pilot football, walk that track, and this is our veteran. So Joe Atkins, 609 squad, he came to see us. He bought
Go on,
the day I die, I'll never forget him, and I'll tell you why I never forget him. It wasn't him. And he said to me, Austin, he said, I don't believe in miracles, what I do. He said, come on, Skip,
Right, come on then. Oh, no.
what happened was, he said, do you want to go in, Sir Joe? And he tried to get in, unfortunately couldn't do it. He was too old. He was quite cantankerous. We said, look, tell you what, why don't we get the steps out of the way and you can stand next to the aircraft. And there he was, and he looked all dishevelled and, you know, and I was like, oh. And then through the door, my friend's wife, Carol, came in, who's nearly 6 foot tall and blonde.
Smarter.
Can you imagine being 18 years of age like Jeffrey Wellen? Well, the ailerons, that's it, yes. That's your ailerons. So have a look at the back of the aircraft, look in your rear view mirror. You'll see your wing elevators. That controls the pitch of the aircraft. And this controls the roll of the aircraft. And then the rudder is the yaw of the aircraft. Roll, pitch and yaw, they're sailing terms.
Absolutely incredible. Really, really enjoyed that.
It was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's the word to describe it. It's just, wow.
I reckon if you get the chance, even if you're not into Spitfires, just go down and get a tour, because it was dead interesting, to be honest. I mean, you might not be into that sort of thing, but those sort of tours keep places like that going, and I think it's really important for our heritage and history, and to keep telling that tale about the struggles and the triumph of the world, really. And I think it is well worth supporting.
100%. Yeah, it was. I learned a lot, and the guy doing the tour, Austin, he was fantastic. You know, really likable guy, and yeah, just put everything in perspective. I mean, we must have seen. Well, we saw 2 Spitfires coming in and taking off, and just the noise, it gives you goosebumps. It's incredible.
Yeah,
absolutely incredible.
Always has done for me. In a weird way, there's kind of like similar parallels between like being in a war and being in a pandemic, you know, it's something that we're all in it together, and you need that little bit of hope. And particularly during the war, the symbol of the Spitfire, you can imagine, was quite a big symbol of hope for people, and just kept the morale up, you know, just generally. You know, people were quite down and depressed during the wartime, you know, with rationing and stuff like that. It just helped to just pick people up, and I think it's an important plane, definitely. Really, really chuffed that I went on that. Really, really happy.
It was one of those things that really opened my eyes to the types of battles it was in during the war, and the way it was manufactured as well. You know, learning a lot about sort of the wartime effort from women as well, that were able to rivet them amazingly quickly in an hour to do one wing, which now it takes them, I think it takes them like 4 or 5 days or something like that, even more. Everyone worked together and came together. It does draw parallels from what we've just been on, what we're currently going through. So yeah, absolutely fantastic day.
Yeah, we're gonna go have some dinner now, but yeah, thank you very much for watching, and we'll be playing. This is the worst road I've ever seen in my life, and we've been down some bad roads. Until it's a private road.
Yeah.
On that note, anyway, thank you very much. Cheers, bye.
See ya.